I'm sitting here next to Shift Culture family. Half of the whole Shift Culture name, basically. Damn.
I got a couple cars.
I call him the Shift Culture Godfather, Mr. Derek. Hello.
How's it going, everybody? Finally.
Hey,
Yeah.
we need to get you back at HQ. We're always
Yeah,
there.
I'd like to be. We get the new chairs and stuff.
Yeah, we got the new chairs in.
I'll probably bring the Impala. I'll put it behind me.
This guy is as old school. Like there's so much we got to talk about.
How old are you?
30, man.
I got a car I've had longer than he's been alive. Bought it in '94.
Yeah, I was born in '95.
It's all good.
Dang.
Never
Dang,
gonna
I'm
sell
young.
that bad.
It's okay. It's all right.
Never gonna sell that bad boy.
Yeah. Man, this guy has some amazing cars. Talk to me about how you got into the car scene. Because you've been...
That's easy. My mom was always into cars.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, she used to race cars back when I was, I guess,
Your
before I was
mom
born.
was out
Yeah,
here
she used
racing
to,
cars.
drag strip, Hylia and stuff, Chevelles and GTOs and stuff. And then growing up, she had trucks and stuff, but she had a 60 or 70 Nova. And then my first car was a 78 Nova. And I always loved cars, man. And once you get the freedom to drive, bro.
I had someone on that just brought up a car that I love seeing these cars. The Grand National, the GNX.
My mom had one. Got stolen.
Snap.
Yeah.
Dang. They stole it?
So can I tell you quick about that?
Yeah.
So back during Hurricane Andrew, we lived out west in Miramar, and I used to cut my neighbor's yards. We had a John Deere tractor, and of course, after the hurricane happened, there was nothing going on. We were fixing everything. So my neighbor's grass got super tall, and he had a bunch of awesome cars. Like he had 269 Camaros, he had a Grand National, he had a Typhoon, he had a Cyclone, and a whole bunch of other cars, IROC. And I'm cutting his grass, and the people next door had like the metal going over the concrete wall, and the tree hit it. And I hit one of the spikes going from the lawnmower, and I watched it, and went bam right into the door of the Grand National, brand new. And I was scared to death. The alarm went off. The guy's like 6'5". He comes out. He goes, "Well, that's life in the big city." And turns out, decades later, when he passed away, and they were selling all his stuff, my mom ended up buying the car. And she was going to keep it forever, and somebody stole it out of the driveway.
That's wild.
Sucks, yeah. Right after Fast and the Furious, when they had that one in like South, it was like in Brazil, not Brazil, whatever. When they had the Grand National and that's when they were all getting stolen, So kind of sucks, but
That's wild, man.
yeah.
So you have a bit of a dancing background too.
Yeah, I didn't dance much until after high school when I started going to clubs. And I can't stand here forever. And started dancing a little bit, just freestyle, and ended up being on the grind with Marky Mark and Mark Wahlberg and Montel Jordan. Naughty by Nature was there, and then we that was pretty cool. That was cool. Good times. And
So-
now if I dance for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, my legs are killing me.
I'm the same way, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
we get to see a lot of cars. I mean, we've been doing this thing for almost 2 years now together.
Yeah.
We get to see a lot of cars. I don't think I've ever asked you, what is your favorite car? I'm going to make an assumption. I'm going to just assume it's American. Tell us.
Well, my Impala is my favorite car, even though I don't
Ever.
drive it a lot because it's kind of hot, doesn't have AC, but when I drive it, But, I mean, I still have some other ones. Like, I actually love my Scat. I don't know why I'll ever sell it because it's so comfortable, but, like, if I had, when XRP kicks in, I'm going to buy Dave's Ferrari.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna have to get my game up because honestly, I want
love
to buy
that
Dave's
car.
Ferrari.
I love that Ferrari. I've driven everything he's got. It's just so sweet. Beautiful color. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, but an Abu Dhabi blue.
Yeah.
There's only 15 of those kits in existence.
Yeah.
Like,
Wheel combination, everything he
the
did. is
Gentani
perfect.
tune is amazing. That exhaust is like.
Yep.
So that would be the one car in the world that's like What's your absolute favorite?
Like,
is it
if there
your
was-
Impala, or is it like absolute
No, like
favorite?
if there was no money,
no money involved.
yeah, like the Koenigsegg, like the
You
Gara
do?
R.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
once I saw a Need for Speed, I was like, dang. And you never see them hardly ever, you know. But
Oh no, I know T-Pain just got a Koenigsegg. He unveiled at I believe it was a Clean Culture event up north.
that's crazy.
But honestly, me personally, and most people, I always catch some flack for this, but Pagani is more my thunder. If I was gonna say something like that,
I hear, from what I hear, they're awesome, but like nothing but problems. Like every time
Yeah.
you drive them.
I mean,
That's
it's
a lot of money.
Mercedes. It's a Mercedes powertrain. It's an AMG powertrain.
Yeah.
They're not the fastest in the hypercar territory, but to me, I don't think there's a car that's crazier to look at. Like, you know that feeling?
Oh yeah, it's
You
a
know
piece of
that
art.
feeling that you get when you look at a 720 and you're like taking in all the body lines and you're like really looking at it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with a Pagani, but way crazier. And then that continues into the interior. Like the dash is like crazy colors.
Yeah.
You have a seat. You literally have an exoskeleton shifter. Like it's just.
I think when me and Dave went to Mar-a-Lago, there was might have been 5 of them, but I think there was 3 of them they brought there. From
I believe that.
collection in Jupiter.
I know. There's at least 2. There's an owner with 2 of them on Palm Beach.
Yeah. But I mean, I like old muscle cars a lot. Like someday, maybe like a '69 Camaro, like a Resto Mod, or I'd love to do an old truck, like a '55 GMC with the the rod shop frame on it and stuff, and the LS. But I mean, I drive one of my favorite cars, so.
And
It's hot.
that's
You
what
know, I
it's
gotta
all
get
about.
AC in it. That's all. It's hot in Florida, so I usually don't drive it unless it's at night.
We go to a lot of shows, and obviously we do our own. How do you feel about like everything that's been going on with Florida car culture and the car scene, and like
It's gone next level, especially
It's
with the
booming.
supercars. It's like, holy cow! You go down to the Hard Rock. I tell people, you go to the Hard Rock, you're gonna see more Ferraris, Lambos, and McLarens than you ever want to see. It's almost
It's
too
weird.
much.
You
It's
don't-
like
you
get
don't know what to do
overload.
with yourself.
Yeah, it's like
It is-
now what?
now you're starting to look out for, like for me, when we're at like Supercar Saturday, shout out Floyd.
Yep.
I start to look out for different stuff. I start to look out for like some of the numbered chassis, like the small run, like Ferraris.
Yeah, I don't
like
know
the
enough about that,
The little
but-
intricate little things
Yeah.
that I know about, because even then there's always stuff we need to learn too.
Yeah.
But that's where you start to see some of that stuff.
But that's what's so awesome about shift culture. Dave, this guy doesn't just buy supercars. He modifies them and makes them his. Most people won't do that.
No,
That's what I
yeah,
love.
most people. I mean, you have multiple kinds of car enthusiasts, right? You have the purists, you have the crazy mod guys, and you have some of the people that are in between.
Yeah.
But I think everybody has their place, right?
Yep.
And sometimes you see some sick builds. I will say this: some cars look better modded, or like some cars are like set up to be modded.
To
Like
me, anything looks better low. So
this is
you
true.
could take almost any car and make it look low and make it look better.
This is true. So, but there's something is too low.
Yeah. But you got, as long as you can lift it up.
If I hear you like scraping your car
Yeah.
from the entrance to
STO.
where you park, man, you have to do a front axle lift on our STO just to get over the train track.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That thing's scary to drive. I've only driven it once, and I was kind of worried about it.
So bring the noise, man. We're obviously here. They
Yes, sir.
hear it in the background. What are you most excited for today?
Just hanging with my boys, meeting some new people, seeing some old friends I haven't seen in a while. Listening to some of the crazy audio trucks. That guy that pulled up in that Nissan, almost like a work truck thing. Sickest thing I've ever heard. It was at Field Fest a couple of years ago. So clear, it's crazy.
Uh-oh. These
Wow.
slingshots are the funnest looking things. I got a buddy that actually runs a rental company with just those.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel safe. It'd be fun to drive, but I wouldn't feel
Three
safe.
wheel. I'm pretty sure I think they use a Honda motor too, if I'm remembering correct.
Gotcha.
Very interesting thing. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the music, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this burnout.
Dude, did you see that Type R just go by? That thing was sick. That had his name all over it.
Got more old guys showing up. Jeez. But
All
yeah,
the time with the Type R. I didn't even notice the Type R.
So the Corvette I bought for my wife, the C7R, that was Dave's. I'm gonna talk to the wife, see if maybe because you guys are gonna do some wraps maybe on some of the cars. Might not wrap it, but I might make it look like the race car. The
Okay.
C7R, badge it up, so we can take it off and not really, just for a little while, make it look different. I think that'd be pretty sick.
That would be
Kind
sweet.
of like the car cover, the red mirrors, all the numbers.
I gotta get behind the wheel on that because that was initially when I was coming in. Almost call it 2 years ago now. Definitely 2 years ago now. Before you bought it, that was the one car in the fleet at the time that I was like, "Yo, I want to drive that."
That thing's scary. That still scares me. I'm not lying. I don't know, man.
But it's your wife's car. She's perfectly fine in there.
Oh, she loves it. Yeah. Yeah. The other day, my son dropped her off somewhere, or dropped her off the house, and had the car, or had to go somewhere, and she didn't have a car, and she's like, "Well, I can't make it to my massage." And her friend's like, "Take the Corvette." She's like, "Oh yeah, I got the Corvette. It's in the big shop." So she took it. Yeah, it's cool.
Gotta love
He
it.
looks
You
good
have
in it.
such a cool wife, cool family. Period. Your
Thank
son's
you, thank
awesome
you,
too.
thank
Heck yeah,
My
man.
boy.
Well, I gotta get back to having
We're
some
gonna have
fun.
to get him on here one day. That boy's had more cars than me, and he's only
Dude, he
20.
had more cars than you in a week.
He
In a
had
month.
a truck. He had a Scat Pack. He had a Camaro, GT350,
Grand Sport, right?
Corvette, and now he's got a ZL1 Camaro.
Oh, the GT350, by the way,
That was nice.
was a clean one. Like, I was honestly judging him when he went back to the.
That's why. Well, the reason I think he got rid of it, he didn't want to do anything modify it too much, because
That makes sense.
he wants to do all that. He's like me, and he didn't want to do too much to it, so he only had that for like a month. But the ZL1, he's in love with it, but it's not perfect. But
It's a
now
work
he
in
wants a
progress.
Corvette again. He wants a C6 ZR1. I don't know, but yeah, he's a nut.
It is what
he
it
can
is.
drive. That boy can drive.
Well, we got to get him on. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let's do a father-son
That'd be sick.
podcast.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let's get both of you guys in.
Yeah.
Let's put it in the books.
Do it.
Hey, we got to get off of here. We got to talk some things over. Stay shifting.
Stay shifting, pal.
We're shooting the shift. My buddy Johnny. Hi, Johnny.
How's it going?
Good. So we're here at Bring the Noise Music Festival /
BTA.
car and bike and truck and scooter and skateboard show
An electric scooter. I saw one of those.
and legs. We just walk. Yeah. Anyways, we're here in St. Lucie County. Hey, man, welcome on to the podcast, dude.
Yeah.
It's great having you finally.
Yeah.
So, my boy Johnny over here is a new proud owner of what car? Tell us.
Porsche, a 911 Carrera.
991.2, right?
991.2 Carrera. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have done to it so far? You've only had it for a few weeks.
Yeah. Probably. I don't even remember. I had an M8 for 11 days. Didn't pan out the way that I wanted.
So you're saying you were very attached.
I really liked the car, but I didn't like that it smelled like cigarettes inside, and was in an accident. So I got out of that. The Porsche was obviously high up on the list before the M8, and I've had her about 2 months now, and
It's been 2 months already?
probably yeah, because I'm just now making my first payment. So,
Oh, wow.
tuned. I got actually tuned by a WM Customs by Victor, and super happy. Stage 2, got the TCU, the ECU tune.
I see it's sitting pretty too. What are those, Vossens?
Got some wheels for it. Cool story on the wheels too, because I wasn't even planning on putting wheels on it, but I got into like a Porsche group on Facebook, and the guy's like,
It raised up the music in the background.
some guys like, hey, I got some wheels that were custom built for your car, and I'll give you a really good deal on them. And I looked them up. They were like $10,000 wheels, custom Vossen wheels, and I went to go meet him to buy them in Miami. And he's like, hey, can you meet me at the police station? It's like, okay, yeah, maybe he just wants to be safe. do a safe deal. I said, whatever. Yeah, we met at the police station. Come to find out he's the chief of police for Miami.
Oh, snap.
Miami Police Department. So it was pretty neat.
Just had you drive to his job.
Pretty much. And he had him in his, SUV Tahoe. And we made the deal right there in the compound, downtown Miami.
Nice.
But yeah, we finally took like 3 weeks to get the tires. They were on back order from Michelin. And she's sitting with the Bostons on it. Super happy with them. Super happy.
She has some nice pops and bangs to her too.
Definitely. It's like a go-kart. I find every possible excuse to drive it. I think I get milk like 3 times a week. But yeah, I'm not gonna not drive it.
So talk to me about your walk with cars lately. Were you always into cars?
I've always been like a truck guy, and like mudding, born and raised here in the fort, like going out and hanging out, playing in the mud, and never really. I mean, I always liked cars. I had Cadillacs and stuff. But the whole kind of like sports car game happened for me recently because of my son. My 14-year-old son is into them. And we started actually hanging out with Adam and my partner, Adam Rickman. He's got the Ferrari. You got to get him on here at some point.
Yeah, we'll get him on there.
And so it was something that me and my son could do. It's something he had interest in, and I obviously have interest in too. And we get to come and do it together. But that's been my recent, reason to get into it. I met Dave, met you guys, super cool people. Just come out and have a good time, good, clean fun, man. Helping to
bring people together, right?
Pour into the next generation too,
yeah.
Right? We want kids to keep them off the streets. Teach them how to have good, clean fun. And so that's kind of why I like hanging out and being involved in this.
Yeah, I think it's always cool to be able to do something and put something on for the public. I mean, even here where we're at now, you see a ton of families, you see people bringing their pets out, and nothing but smiles on people's faces.
Community, yeah.
There is not one person here that I see that is mad or having a bad day.
Definitely hot.
Yeah, it's hot, but when you're under the shift culture tent,
yeah, you're three shades cooler with the 40-inch fan blowing.
And we got the giant fan behind us too, which is crazy. Yeah. Oh, there's Adam and the guys.
Yeah.
What up, Stevie? Yeah, man. So I know you and I know your background because we know each other personally, but you came a long way in working and building yourself up to the cars. And I know eventually you're looking to get further into like supercar territory.
Definitely.
So talk to me.
Some people say that Porsche's in a supercar. Hey.
I think it all depends
I
on.
think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Porsches are definitely. If you're a Porsche guy, you know that Porsches are.
I think
in line.
It's stepping stones.
There's difference between supercar, hypercar, right?
But even in the Porsche, like 911 territory, you have
some of the most powerful cars out there.
Even here today, we have like where you're at A, and then you even have like all the way to the top. Basically, for some people, you have the GT3 RS sitting behind us.
Yeah, GT3 RS, GT4 RS.
There's levels to it.
There is.
There's just levels to it. So talk to me about, your grind, your personal growth, and how did you get to a point where you're now even getting into stepping into some supercars?
So my kind of just journey of growth and transformation was about 6 or 7 years ago. I don't really, maybe even closer to 8 now. It's, I always had a good life. I never really had issues. I just got kind of caught up with the wrong crowd in high school, and I from 21 to 28, I was in recovery, and stayed clean and stayed on the right path. Became a firefighter, and just ended up back into that. I think maybe you could call it stress from being in the field. Maybe you call it whatever you want to call it, but
sure, you've seen some things.
I drug across the bottom for about 5 years. Let's just call it that. I ended up resigning from the fire department and got caught up in some the opiates and the alcohol, and lucky to be alive. Multiple overdoses and God had another plan. And it's really the last thing I tried and the first thing at work was turning my life and my will over to God and becoming a follower of Jesus. And never in my wildest dreams could you have told me that I would be doing things that I'm doing today or wanting to do some of the things that I'm doing today because of, beyond my wildest dreams. That's all I can explain.
I mean,
and it's only thing to explain it is God.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, your job, you have a really cool job.
So I've always been in construction my whole life. 17 years old, I've started running equipment 3 months before my 18th birthday. My first love, and then because of the market crash in 07 is when I got into firefighting.
First responder.
And I love that, and stuck with it for a few years, but I still had a lawn business on the side, and I still did, heavy equipment on the side. It was always my first love was construction. So when I got out of jail in 7 years ago, I don't remember what year it was, I started running equipment again, and just kind of set a goal for myself. I was humble. I was making the least amount of money I've ever made in my life. Had a 300 credit score at the time, and got the most lowest to the bottom. It was a 2010 Honda Pilot, but I was so happy with that car. I was so humble, so grateful to just be alive and have, a job to go to and a car to drive, and just worked my way up. I'm like, man, I want to be a supervisor. I want to be, a superintendent. I want to be a project manager. Just slowly working my way up by my work ethic and really just, like I said, living a Christ-like life as much as I could. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and keeping Him first. And that's really
big.
The only explanation that I have. And then, recently, 3 years ago, I started working with Adam at Alliance, and we came in as an estimator to start the land development division. And since then have become partners with him in that, and we're a multi-million-dollar company now. 3 years.
You guys are literally Alliance. You guys won one of our sponsors,
Yeah.
especially on our drift side, which is awesome. So you guys are Shift Culture family.
Yep.
But you're also here in St. Lucie County and surrounding areas. You're building the community.
Yeah.
You're literally one of the companies that are doing it at a big scale out here. And it's cool because you're kind of like one of the head honchos overseeing everything that's going on and making sure that it's done the right way. So that's big.
It's definitely a team effort. I don't want to take all the credit because it can't be done by one person. And
Of course.
a culmination of every puzzle piece that is a part of Alliance.
And everything has to be done with detail in mind, right?
It is what it is, and that's what we keep it that way. We want to be family. We want to have that atmosphere where we live and work in the same community. So why wouldn't we want to provide a quality product to the people that we deal with, and why wouldn't we want to be loud and have orange everything and just be out there so that everybody can see what we're doing? Because at the end of the day, if you do right by people and you do right by the work that you do, then it's gonna happen. It's inevitable.
So we're gonna keep it relatively short today, but we do need to have you in for a full length at HQ where dreams come true.
Yes,
I'll leave with this because it is starting to pick up out here. What's one thing you'd like to leave with that one person that's trying to work their way up to the supercar, sports car journey?
I just think you got to have a goal in your life. You can't. A lot of people have the limited mindset. And I think that you have to. A lot of people have, and I'm one of them. Was always like, oh well, I need to lower my bills, or I need to lower this. I have to. You set yourself at a lower standard. Whereas no, instead of lowering my bills or lowering my capacity of what it is that I want or need, I need to just increase what it is, whether it's income. We set limiting mindsets for ourselves. Like on the weekend, you can do something on the side. You can pressure wash. You can do anything to get you to that next level of where you want to be financially. And that's, I mean, obviously you need finances for a car. So, but you got to set a goal for yourself. You have something to work.
Baby
towards.
steps, right?
You have to have a blueprint for it. So,
Having a plan.
yeah.
All right, man. Well, Johnny, love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Super glad I met you guys.
Of
Super
course.
glad to have this opportunity.
Well, let's check out some cars.
Yeah.
Hey, bring the noise, shift culture. We're here, baby.
Yeah.
Stay shifting. Here on Shooting the Shift, we got my boy Eric.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. I got to clap because that's how we sync our audio.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Big brain. Man, we're here at Bring the Noise. How you feel about it so far?
That's a good show. The weather's holding up. I mean, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on around here. Everything, you know, show cars, audio, bikes, trucks.
The bikes have been crazy.
Yeah, the bike's pretty sick.
Yo,
The bike's sick.
wheelies and burnouts and everything. We got the burnout trailer over here.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be crazy later.
I'm ready for them to light that up.
Yes, sir. So talk to the guys about what you do and what you got going on.
Gotcha. So once again, my name's Eric, Reflections Auto Works. We have a detailing company. We do everything from mobile detailing, mobile maintenance washes, to our in-shop services, PPF, vinyl wrap, ceramic coating, window tint, you know, the whole luxury services. Got a big auto transport, pick up, drop off, all that good stuff. So we'll cover all the bases.
Nice. How do you get into that, man?
Basically from my father. You
Oh,
know,
really?
My father, he's picky. So he raised me to be 10 times worse than him. Yeah, so I got it all from him. Just the passion of vehicles too, motorcycles, all that good stuff. Started at part-time, really.
So you're big. So you're kind of big in car culture too, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you know, you service some of our cars as well at
Yes.
HQ, and talk to me about that. What kind of cars are you into? I know you're into trucks.
Oh yeah,
You're
I
a
love the
Florida
trucks.
boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm from Jersey.
You're from
I'm
Jersey.
from Jersey, but I grew up here. I'm a Floridian.
This guy.
I'm a Floridian. I'm 10 years old. I've been here since 10, so I'm a
Okay.
Floridian.
Oh, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I've been here since 3. I know nothing about Michigan,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I don't really have much of a choice.
Exactly.
Michigan's not claiming me.
Nah, there you're gone now. You're out of that picture.
Yeah. So you big in the truck scene?
Yeah, I love the trucks. Trucks are great, but I grew up with the cars though. My father,
Okay.
you know, American Muscle, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, we weren't fortunate enough to have any Lamborghinis or anything growing up, but you know, I grew up with it. He's a big Motorhead, you know, boats, race boats, all that good stuff. So
Ooh,
pretty-
race boats.
Oh yeah, pretty much anything with an engine.
Ooh. I saw someone sent me a video the other day of LS motor
Yeah,
in a boat. I
Oh, yeah.
was like, huh?
that's what they do. That's what they're doing. Oh yeah.
Man, you can swap. We always on shift on Shooting the Shift. We're always getting the conversation of the LS.
Put LS in anything.
Anything. We've had Honda Fit conversations, but I think this is the first time we mentioned boating
Yeah.
with an LS motor.
Oh yeah.
It's a thing
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
So, talk to me. What's your dream car at the moment?
It's so hard to answer that because I'm into everything. I'm not just let's say a Honda guy or an exotic guy. I mean, I'm really into anything.
You're cross spectrum. It's always tough to say there's only one. Like if I had to pick one car, that's
so
like
hard.
picking one song.
I'm a
That's tough.
luxury
Obviously-
guy. I'm a luxury guy. I love Rolls Royce.
Yo.
I love Rolls Royce. I'm a big luxury guy, but at the same time, I'm dying for a Grand National. I'm dying for a
That's
Grand
you know
National.
what? That's an admirable choice. Grand National is
Yep.
a nice one.
Yep, I'm dying for a Grand National.
Yeah.
And
Would you do like a like the Grand? What is it? The X?
GNX.
Yeah.
GNX. That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for.
That's clean.
Oh yeah, you got to do the GNX. But no,
I
I
hear
mean,
that.
I love it all. You know, the SCO's nasty car. You know, so
She's squirrely.
oh yeah,
She's fun.
oh yeah.
I got whooped by her this morning.
Did you?
Yeah,
I bet.
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it later. Off camera.
We'll talk about
We'll
it.
touch on that later.
Man, so we're out here doing it for the culture,
Yep.
and I always like to get people's take on it. Florida culture, how do you feel about it? Where do you think it goes from here?
I mean, I've seen it up and down, to be honest, over the years. It was big years ago, and it seems like over the past couple of years, it's kind of died off a little bit, to be
Really?
honest. I feel like, but then over this new year, last year, I feel like it's starting to pick
It's
back
picking
up.
up.
I think it's
Yeah.
starting to pick back up. It's coming back around. The shows back in the day used to be crazy.
You know, we haven't had shift culture. We haven't had one of our. We always have our monthly Cars and Stars event, IRSC campus, St. Lucie West in Port St. Lucie. We haven't had one that hasn't sold out this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what we're doing.
I was just at the last one and it was great.
It's
Great
crazy
turnout.
out there.
Great turnout.
Yeah.
It always is. All the shift culture events, though. If you guys haven't been to a shift culture event, you're missing out.
You got to come
gotta go.
out.
You gotta go.
It's
It-
crazy.
it's a great
The only
event.
guy let touch our cars.
Yes, sir.
You know, so-
That's the man right there.
Right here, right here.
You heard it from
I mean,
himself.
I touch them every now and then. I
Yeah,
guess,
nah, but then I have to wipe it off.
Yeah, that extra smudging
Yeah.
on the Ferrari.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that was you.
Every time.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who it was. Got that answer.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think with the culture is kind of crazy because I feel like since COVID and things started to like bloom up again, because during COVID you had some diehards and then you had some guys that just weren't coming out,
Yeah.
right? And then you also had some people that were like, you know, but then as a result of COVID, we've seen so many people. Like in the real estate game, I moved so many people down from Jersey,
Oh, yeah.
New York, Cali. I even moved somebody over from Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, I feel now that everybody's outside and it's 5 years later, kind of, you know, we're now seeing the culmination of the new car people that are here, as well as the existing.
Well, Florida's blowing up, just like
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Oh,
People
yeah.
are moving from everywhere. So,
in all metrics.
you know, the culture up in Jersey and New York is crazy, and so they're moving down here.
Yeah.
You know, they're moving down here, and even going from South Florida up to our area. Everybody's moving from South Florida up to our area.
And here we
So-
don't have to worry about like, dude, if it's wintertime, that's great. That just means it's cooler
Better
outside.
weather.
Leave the windows down instead of the AC.
Yeah. I
It's
love the winter.
summertime. Okay, well that just means you go to the night scene or you bring a few waters
Oh yeah.
and some sunscreen and you're good.
Or you go on the jet skis.
And there you go. There you go. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Florida culture, I don't think anybody does it like us. Quite
No.
quite like us, you know.
Not at all.
And that's dope. We're out here bringing the noise. It's gonna be a crazy one, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
We
it's
got
gonna
a
be a good
limbo
time.
competition. We got the burnout comp. We got two stepping coming up. We got Plies,
Oh yeah.
Mims,
It's a whole music festival. It's not just a show. We got people rolling in right now.
Mr.
They're still alive.
Vegas
Yeah.
for that old school Jamaican. Hey, I'm Jamaican, you know, so
Yeah.
I gotta get that slow.
So I know
line
I'm gonna find you
going,
out there later, huh?
Hey, yes, sir. I'm sorry for everybody that's just gonna be seeing this because y'all missed it.
Oh
if
yeah.
you weren't here.
Yeah, I'm too late. Good thing you're watching it though. You get a little bit.
Heck yeah, man. Let's say you had to pick a ideal garage. 3 cars. Give me the 3.
3 cars.
3.
One's got to be the Rolls.
No, better yet, I'm gonna make it hard for you,
Oh man, you doing too?
Eric. How often do you get to go on podcasts? Not very often, right?
I never go on.
Okay,
I'm
this
horrible on camera.
is gonna be a tough one for you then.
Yeah.
You get 3 cars. You get a total of $250,000.
250,000.
That's it.
3 cars.
3 cars. MSRP based, not general, like not market price.
Gotcha.
MSRP.
So I'm gonna go with the same truck I got right now. I'm going with the 450.
Oh, that's your 450 over
Yeah.
there, limited.
Yeah. I'm going with the 450. After that, I gotta pick my GNX. I can squeeze that in there.
Yes,
Hold on, how much we got?
250.
Damn.
That's it.
I'm right about there right now.
Yeah, you almost
I'm
there.
almost there.
Because
We might
that's pushing you at least
Yeah, that-
what,
I mean-
110?
Yeah, the truck's 110.
Really?
Yeah.
Spot on,
Yeah,
look
right
at
on
that.
right on the
Hey,
dot.
Nick knows his trucks too.
He's getting it. No, he asked me beforehand.
No, I didn't.
I mean, we got to throw some kind of sports car in there.
I know. I
gotta
mean, you
throw-
try
I gotta-
to throw it all. To
I mean, we got the GNX,
too.
but-
yeah, like we need something. You know what? If you get a early run, no, we can't. If you do a 991.2, you might be able to be in there. Or no, a 991
Yeah,
might be
but
in there. A Porsche.
I gotta get a new one.
Or
I'll take
you
all the
take it.
money.
What about? Everyone's gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I'm Nick. C8 Corvette.
Oh yeah, I'm a Corvette. C7. C7 though.
C7?
C7.
You can do a C7. You're
I'm
in there.
down with a C7.
Yeah, you're in there
Yeah.
with the GNX.
C7.
Yeah, you're in there.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a 450 to tow him.
There you go.
We going out of
Hey,
state.
that's your 3. That's your
That's
3
it.
whip ride right
That's
there.
it.
Your garage.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
well, hey, listen. Bring the Noise, 2025, St. Lucie County. We're out here.
Yes, sir.
Now it's on. We're here. Oh, you clapped?
Yeah, I clapped.
You're getting good at this.
I don't know if I clapped every other time. I might have.
Let's talk about the first video that you didn't hit record on.
Okay, so
That was a really
I
good
hit the
conversation
record.
you had, too.
Now I'm starting to think about it. When you go back to edit, I almost guarantee you I've double pressed it.
You may have, so it might be 1 second. It might be, hey guys.
So bad.
So we're watching these bikes do stunts right now.
I've seen 3 epic fails so far.
Epic? How
They were
epic?
mid-epic.
Mid-epic.
One was definitely pretty bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. I can't do that, so I'm not talking
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not
that's just-
talking smack. I'm just saying, it happened.
I'll do other crazy stuff like the cross cars. I'll do the cross cars.
I'll do the cross cars again. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Bro, this guy got a throwback Shaquille O'Neal jersey on. I like that.
This other guy has nothing.
Nothing.
On.
What do you?
He's wearing no shirt.
Why are you paying attention to that? I'm talking about a throwback jersey. That's pretty cool.
Because he's on a bike and he should probably be wearing a shirt.
You know what else is
Helmet.
throwback? Surprise is gonna be on.
Yo, Plies is gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy about that. He had some bangers.
fun to plug. Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
Hey.
We can't say any of the other lyrics
No,
from
no,
like
no,
circa
no.
2010.
Majority of
2008.
his lyrics are not shooting the shit friendly, but it's okay.
Nope. But we're here at BTN. Bring the noise.
It's filling in fast.
It filled in, and then it kind of some people decided to leave, but they were here. They were on the
got hot.
podcast. That's all that matters.
They were mainly our people, but it's okay. It's all good. What are you looking forward to most tonight?
We'll find out. I'm gonna do a couple keep crash sells though. Unfortunately, I was gonna do one. We might as well talk about it, but I was gonna do one on the.
Well, hit me, because I already
Okay.
I already know my answer.
So I was gonna do one on the GT3, the white
Okay.
one.
Yep.
I was gonna have the E63 on there,
Okay.
the AMG, and then I was gonna do the 488.
The Pista.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Keep crash sell. What are you
Keep
doing?
crash sell. I'm keeping the Pista.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Well, I've driven it, and oh my gosh, every
Wait
time I see it, I
a minute.
cry.
You've driven it already,
Yeah, I've driven it already. Of course.
Adam. We need to talk. Anyway, continue.
So definitely keeping that one. I probably. What was the other one? The other one was the 3RS.
The white one.
I gotta sell the 3RS.
You want the value for that?
That's so much money.
And you're crashing.
I'm sorry, Steve. I love it, but it's a 3RS, bro. And I can't sell yours and get the same amount of money. So,
Ay.
but
Well,
that
I'm
Rose
glad-
Gold is killing it right now.
I'm glad you decided to answer that question because I'm not going to answer it.
Okay, I can't get rid of a Pista. It's a Pista.
You could sell it.
I could have, but that means that I would have to keep the GT3 RS, which is great. But I'd much rather sell the GT3 RS and have that Pista. The Pista makes me feel a certain way.
Okay.
It just makes me feel a certain way.
I mean, you're saying that as a family guy. I'm going to say it. If I'm a family guy, I'm going to take that E63.
Yeah, that's a sleeper. By the way, it was keeping up with the 911 after the tune. Like, it's not. It's a sleeper for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean,
What's up, everybody?
Hey!
You're in the house.
Brother,
Bring the noise.
Let's
What is
go.
going on?
oh, yeah.
Mr. Alexis coming in. Hey,
That was like circa 2015 intro. What's up,
you
guys?
know who it is.
What's going on?
We in a building, even though we're outside.
We out here in the building. But no, I mean, here's the thing. I think Mercedes, the 4-door coupe, they kind of revolutionized that thing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And I don't know. I mean, I
mean,
don't want to throw it out there, but
Nobody does it like Mercedes, and it's crazy. Put it this way, and this is the same way I was about to go
Okay,
with it.
hold on. I'm just gonna cut you off.
Nobody does it like Mercedes. I don't care what you're gonna say. Look, Steve, the owner of the said AMG we're talking about, switched. He switched up.
Yeah, that was a better switch.
It was an amazing.
So then here's
switch.
another question.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Like every AMG. Look at this. The S63. That's a mad sleeper in his own.
Did this die?
No, it's recording. See the little
okay.
dot.
All right, here's a question.
Okay.
Keep, crash, sell, right? Whatever car.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Keep, crash, sell. Actually, just do the brand. The German 3.
The German 3.
The German 3. So Audi,
Okay.
BMW, Mercedes.
I am keeping the Mercedes all day. That is like, I was raised around a lot of Mercedes in the family.
Okay.
I am probably.
Do sell first.
I'm selling Audi.
Okay.
I'm selling Audi.
All right.
Audi is refined but not overly posh. Really decent engineering overall.
No,
They
it's
keep up very
fine
well.
engineering.
Yeah,
not
they-
decent. Fine.
they-
Correct that.
They're very refined cars.
Very fine.
And they still bring awesome performance. The RS6, amazing.
Any of the RS, any of
Any of
RSs or
them.
S's, honestly.
Look at the RS3, three banger. Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then you're crashing the BMWs.
Throw that thing out, bro. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm
So-
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I have so many BMW friends. That's trash, bro. Sorry.
I'm not gonna say anything on that, but I'm keeping the Audis. I'm selling the.
You're trying to switch it up, but now you're thinking about it. You're like, yeah. You tried. I saw it in your face, and you're like, dang. Just.
I mean, here's the
just
thing.
Tell them.
I think depending on what car it is, you can probably get better value from the BMW if you sell it. But I'm gonna sell the AMG.
If I'm cross
I'm
brand,
sell-
if I'm the cross the brand, probably not. Bro.
Sell the AMG, and I guess I'll crash the BMW. But that's just me. I love the Quattro system, and I loved all three at some point in
Quattro
my
system
life.
is legendary.
At some point in my life, I loved all three.
Yeah,
I used to be a big Mercedes fan. I was always a BMW fan, especially when I went overseas to visit family. But then I ran into Audi, and I liked the old engineering that they had, or the old styling. And then when I got my first one, I was like, it's in the middle of both. It's in the middle of a BMW and a Mercedes.
I love the old. Have a good one. I love the old Audi wagons,
Yeah.
the estate cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that for me was like pinnacle. But at the same time, you still have amazing wagons in the States because they make an M3 that looks amazing, by the way, in the Europe markets.
There's
that we
only
don't
a
get.
handful here, yeah.
Yeah, you don't really get them here. The newest one wasn't even sent here. But I love wagons. For German cars, wagons all day. Even the E63 wagon, oh, that's amazing.
This guy. Anyway, we're going to keep it at that.
Yeah.
We'll come back in a little bit.
You guys get enough
Maybe.
of us anyways, right?
Hey,
It is what it is.
you don't need
Hey,
Corvette boy over here talking about stuff. We out.
I need to go find a Corvette. Stay shifting.